The tumultuous world of the Black Panthers, a seismic force in Black history. Founded by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, this movement was a bold stand against violence and injustice. The most controversial protests in Black history, where the Black Panthers' legacy echoes through time.
We don't hate nobody because of their color. We hate oppression.
Challenging norms and sparking debates that linger today. The Black Panthers, formerly known as the Black Panther Party, emerged in 1966 with the mission of challenging systemic police brutality directed at the African American community. Co-founded by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, the organization adopted a distinctive attire of black berets and leather jackets. Taking a proactive stance, the Black Panthers organized armed citizen patrols in Oakland and various U.S. cities to monitor and counter police misconduct. By 1968, the Black Panther Party had reached its zenith, boasting approximately 2,000 members. However, internal tensions and deadly confrontations, compounded by the FBI's counterintelligence efforts to undermine the group, contributed to its eventual decline. The organization's multifaceted approach included advocacy for racial justice, community-based social programs, and self-defense measures. Black Panthers. Origins and history. The origins of the Black Panther Party trace back to the convergence of two visionary minds, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, who crossed paths as students at Merritt College in Oakland, California in 1961. The catalyst for their partnership was a shared discontent with the racial disparities embedded in their educational institution. In 1961, Newton and Seale found themselves united in protest against Merritt College's Pioneer Day celebration, an event that purported to honor the pioneers of the 1800s in California. However, glaringly absent from the narrative were the contributions and struggles of African Americans in the settling of the American West. Fueled by a shared determination to rectify this historical oversight, Newton and Seale coalesced to form the Negro History Fact Group. This nascent organization embarked on a mission to advocate for a more inclusive curriculum, pushing for the incorporation of Black history into the educational fabric of Merritt College. Their efforts materialized in the form of a demand for Black history classes, challenging the prevailing narrative that marginalized the role and significance of African Americans in American history. As the Negro History Fact Group continued its work, Newton and Seale recognized the need for a more assertive and direct approach to combat the pervasive racial injustice in their community. The turning point came with the tragic assassination of Black nationalist Malcolm X and the fatal shooting of Matthew Johnson, an unarmed Black teenager, by the police in San Francisco. These events galvanized Newton and Seale to channel their activism into the creation of a more impactful and visible movement. In October 1966, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was officially founded. The name emphasized the group's commitment to defending the Black community against the systemic violence perpetrated by law enforcement. The Black Panthers quickly became known for their distinctive appearance, adorned in black berets and leather jackets, projecting an image of strength and unity. The party's 10-point program outlined their demands for justice, equality, and an end to police brutality. The Black Panthers organized community patrols to monitor police activities, striving to protect their neighborhoods from unwarranted violence. Additionally, they implemented social programs such as free breakfast initiatives for children, health clinics, and educational resources, reflecting a holistic approach to addressing the systemic issues plaguing African American communities. Despite their noble intentions and impactful initiatives, the Black Panthers faced relentless scrutiny from law enforcement and governmental agencies. COINTELPRO, a covert FBI program, aimed to dismantle and discredit the Black Panther Party through surveillance, infiltration, and misinformation. Before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe and like button. Your support keeps us going and helps our community grow. Internal tensions and external pressures contributed to the decline of the Black Panther Party in the early 1970s. However, its legacy endures as a symbol of resilience and empowerment. The founders, Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, emerged from the crucible of social activism at Merritt College to leave an indelible mark on the struggle for racial justice in America. The genesis of the Black Panther Party for self-defense, initially established in October 1966, marked a pivotal moment in the history of the African-American struggle for civil rights and social justice. Conceived in response to the rampant police brutality in black communities, particularly in Oakland and other cities, the organization emerged as a symbol of resistance and empowerment. At its inception, the Black Panthers focused on a crucial mission: monitoring and challenging police activities that disproportionately targeted black individuals. Clad in distinctive black berets and leather jackets, members of the party organized armed patrols to observe law enforcement actions, aiming to protect their communities from unwarranted violence and abuse. The government's response, including covert FBI programs like COINTELPRO, sought to undermine and dismantle the organization. Despite these adversities, the Black Panthers' legacy endures as a testament to the power of grassroots activism in effecting change. Their contributions to the fight against racial injustice and their holistic approach to community empowerment remain influential, inspiring subsequent generations of activists and advocates. In retrospect, the Black Panther Party for self-defense stands as a beacon of resilience, courage, and determination. Its legacy prompts reflection on the ongoing struggle for equality and justice, reminding us of the transformative potential inherent in collective action and the pursuit of a more equitable society. Political activities and social programs. The ideological underpinnings of the Black Panther Party, as crafted by founders Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, drew inspiration from Marxist principles. In crafting their party platform, Newton and Seale articulated their philosophical views and political goals in a document known as the 10-Point Program. The 10-Point Program served as a manifesto, succinctly outlining the Black Panthers' key demands and aspirations. Among its central tenets were the immediate cessation of police brutality, access to employment opportunities for African Americans, and the pursuit of land, housing, and justice for all. This program reflected a commitment to addressing the systemic injustices plaguing black communities, emphasizing the urgency of transformative change. Embedded within the broader Black Power movement, the Black Panthers shared common ground with the movement's emphasis on black pride, community control, and the unification of efforts to secure civil rights. This alignment positioned the Black Panthers as a dynamic force within the larger struggle for racial equality and social justice in the United States during the tumultuous 1960s and early 1970s. Contrary to common misperceptions that portrayed the Black Panthers as a mere gang, the leadership of the organization conceived it as a political party. Their primary objective was to increase the representation of African Americans in political offices, viewing this avenue as a means to bring about substantive change. Despite their aspirations, the Black Panthers faced significant challenges in achieving success on this front. The early 1970s witnessed a decline in the political influence of the Black Panthers, influenced by a confluence of factors. FBI counterintelligence efforts, led by the covert program known as COINTELPRO, sought to destabilize and dismantle the organization. These efforts involved surveillance, infiltration, and misinformation campaigns aimed at sowing discord among the group's members. Simultaneously, instances of criminal activities associated with some members further tarnished the party's image and credibility. Internally, the Black Panthers experienced rifts among group members, leading to divisions and weakened cohesion. Disagreements over tactics, strategies, and ideological differences contributed to internal strife, hindering the organization's effectiveness as a unified political force. The multifaceted challenges, both internal and external, took a toll on the Black Panthers' ability to sustain their political momentum. Despite the setbacks, the Black Panthers' legacy endures as a complex and multifaceted chapter in the history of social activism. Their commitment to addressing systemic issues and advocating for the rights of African Americans left an indelible mark on the struggle for racial equality. The party's emphasis on self-defense, community empowerment, and political engagement continues to influence contemporary discussions on justice and civil rights. In reflection, the rise and fall of the Black Panthers exemplify the complexities inherent in political activism and social movements. While their aspirations for political representation faced obstacles, the Black Panthers' impact on the broader fight for civil rights remains a testament to their enduring legacy and the ongoing pursuit of a more just and equitable society. In addition to their political activism, the Black Panthers made significant strides in addressing pressing social issues by initiating impactful community programs. One of their most notable endeavors was the establishment of free breakfast programs for school children, addressing the critical issue of hunger and nutrition disparities within African American communities. Recognizing the importance of education and the detrimental effects of malnutrition on learning, the Black Panthers sought to empower young minds and provide a foundation for success. Furthermore, the Black Panthers pioneered the creation of free health clinics in 13 African American communities throughout the United States. These clinics played a crucial role in addressing healthcare disparities and offering accessible and quality medical services to underserved populations. By providing free healthcare, the Black Panthers aimed to combat systemic inequalities and improve the well-being of community members who lacked adequate access to medical resources. These community social programs underscored the Black Panthers' commitment to holistic empowerment, emphasizing the intersectionality of social justice issues. Their initiatives went beyond challenging systemic oppression, extending into practical solutions that directly benefited the lives of those they sought to represent and uplift. The legacy of these programs endures as a testament to the Black Panthers' comprehensive approach to social change and community development. Black Panthers, violence and controversies. The history of the Black Panthers is marked by a series of violent encounters with law enforcement, illustrating the intense and tumultuous nature of their struggle against systemic oppression. One notable incident occurred in 1967 when the party's founder, Huey Newton, was implicated in the alleged killing of Oakland police officer John Frey. The incident, which took place during a confrontation between the police and the Black Panthers, resulted in Newton's arrest and subsequent conviction for voluntary manslaughter in 1968. The legal proceedings that followed were complex and contentious, reflecting the charged atmosphere surrounding the Black Panthers' activism. Newton was sentenced to 2 to 15 years in prison, a decision that drew both support and criticism from various quarters. However, an appellate court decision later overturned Newton's conviction, adding another layer of complexity to the legal saga. The reversal underscored the contentious nature of the case, raising questions about the circumstances surrounding the alleged killing and the broader implications for the Black Panthers' struggle against police brutality. Another tragic and pivotal moment in the Black Panthers' history unfolded in 1968, involving Eldridge Cleaver, the editor of the Black Panther Party's newspaper, and Bobby Hutton, a 17-year-old Black Panther member and treasurer. The incident escalated into a violent shootout with the police, leaving Hutton dead and 2 police officers wounded. The confrontation highlighted the dangerous and confrontational environment in which the Black Panthers operated, facing not only external threats from law enforcement, but also internal challenges that occasionally erupted into violence. Hutton's death became a symbol of the sacrifices made by Black Panther members in their quest for justice and equality. Eldridge Cleaver, a prominent figure within the Black Panthers, faced legal repercussions for his role in the shootout. The incident further intensified tensions between the Black Panthers and law enforcement agencies, contributing to the broader narrative of the organization as a formidable and at times confrontational force challenging the status quo. These violent encounters underscored the profound challenges faced by the Black Panthers in their struggle for civil rights. The incidents served as flashpoints in the broader context of racial tension and social upheaval during the 1960s. The confrontations with law enforcement not only highlighted the systemic issues of police brutality, but also fueled the narrative of the Black Panthers as a militant organization, a characterization that would impact their public image and interactions with authorities. The legacy of these incidents remains a complex and controversial aspect of the Black Panthers' history, While they were undoubtedly engaged in a fierce battle against systemic injustice, the Black Panthers' story is one of resilience, sacrifice, and struggle, with these violent encounters serving as tragic reminders of the high stakes involved in their pursuit of justice and equality in a deeply divided society. Internal conflicts within the Black Panther Party at times descended into disturbing violence, revealing the complexity and internal tensions within the organization. In a tragic incident in 1969, Alex Rackley, a Black Panther Party member, was tortured and murdered by fellow Panthers who suspected him of being a police informant. This brutal episode exposed the fractures and suspicions within the party, highlighting the challenging dynamics of their internal relationships. Further darkening the organization's history, in 1974, Betty Van Patter, the Black Panther Party's bookkeeper, was discovered beaten and murdered. Despite the evident brutality of the crime, no one was formally charged in connection with her death. Many, however, believed that party leadership bore responsibility for her murder. The lack of accountability in Van Patter's case underscored the pervasive climate of fear and secrecy within the Black Panthers, raising questions about the extent to which internal disputes could lead to tragic and unresolved consequences. These incidents reflect the tumultuous nature of the Black Panther Party's internal dynamics, revealing a complex interplay of ideology, power struggles, and the human toll of activism during a turbulent period in American history. The FBI and COINTELPRO, the Black Panther Party, with its socialist message and black nationalist focus, became a target of the secret FBI counterintelligence program known as COINTELPRO. Instituted to undermine perceived threats to the United States government, COINTELPRO took a particularly aggressive stance against the Black Panthers. In 1969, the FBI officially labeled the Black Panthers a communist organization and an enemy of the US government. J. Edgar Hoover, the first director of the FBI, declared in 1968 that the Black Panthers posed one of the greatest threats to the nation's internal security. The FBI's strategy to weaken the Black Panthers involved exploiting existing rivalries between black nationalist groups. Additionally, the Bureau aimed to undermine and dismantle the Black Panthers' community social programs, including the impactful Free Breakfast for Children program. By sowing discord and discrediting the organization, the FBI sought to diminish the Black Panthers' influence and erode their support within the community. A significant turning point occurred in 1969 when Chicago police fatally shot Black Panther Party members Fred Hampton and Mark Clark in their apartment. The police characterized the incident as a fierce gun battle with Black Panthers, firing about 100 bullets. However, ballistics experts later determined that only one bullet came from the Panthers' side. While the FBI did not lead the raid, a federal grand jury later indicted that the Bureau played a substantial role in the events leading up to the fatal incident. The FBI's covert activities against the Black Panthers extended beyond physical confrontations to legal and propaganda efforts. The government's attempts to dismantle the Black Panthers and their community programs underscored the extent to which the organization posed a perceived threat to the status quo. Despite the challenges and covert opposition, the Black Panther Party continued its activism until officially dissolved in 1982. The legacy of the Black Panthers endures as a testament to their commitment to social justice, community empowerment, and resistance against systemic oppression. The government's efforts to suppress the movement through COINTELPRO revealed the depth of the challenges faced by those advocating for change during a tumultuous period in American history. The Black Panthers' impact resonates in the ongoing discourse on civil rights and serves as a reminder of the complexities inherent in the pursuit of justice and equality. New Black Panther Party. The New Black Panther Party, established in 1989 in Dallas, Texas, identifies as a black nationalist organization. Despite sharing a name with the original Black Panther Party, there is no formal connection between the two groups, as affirmed by members of the original organization. The New Black Panther Party operates independently, distinct from the historical Black Panthers founded in the 1960s. Controversial and contentious, the new Black Panther Party has faced criticism and scrutiny from entities such as the United States Commission on Civil Rights and the Southern Poverty Law Center. These organizations have classified the new Black Panther Party as a hate group. Such categorizations stem from the group's rhetoric and activities, which some observers argue promote divisive and discriminatory ideologies. The divergence between the original Black Panther Party's legacy of advocating for civil rights and social justice and the controversial status of the new Black Panther Party underscores the complexities within the broader landscape of Black nationalist organizations in the United States. The latter's characterization as a hate group reflects ongoing debates about the nature and impact of contemporary movements addressing racial issues.